In Activity 12, Measurement Roundup, students review measuring tools and processes by presenting and describing measuring tools from home or the classroom. To facilitate ongoing exploration, students then create a measuring center with measuring tools, books, supplies, and a place to record, display, and share measuring information. From the kit, you will need Activity Sheet 12, eyedroppers. Eyedroppers marked with units of measure, marker, primary ruler, sand timer, roll of masking tape, and thermometers. You will also need to provide assorted books about tools and measurement, assorted measuring tools such as rulers, meter sticks, tape measures, scales and balances, clocks and timers, thermometers, measuring cups and spoons, containers and funnels. Tools and Uses Experience Chart from Activity 5. 1 week before the activity, send home a copy of the parent letter for each student. The parent letter describes this activity and the measuring corner you will create in the classroom. Families are encouraged to let students bring measuring tools from home to present and describe during the roundup and, if possible, to donate or loan the tools to the measuring corner. Students will use the tools in the measuring corner for free time exploration and ongoing data gathering. As students bring tools to school, use masking tape and a marker to label them with the student's name or initials. Either store the tools or display them until Roundup Day. Make a copy of Activity Sheet 12 for each student and post the Tools and Uses Experience Chart from Activity 5. To begin the activity, set up a display of assorted measuring tools on a large table. Include the measuring tools that students have brought from home and add the following tools from the kit or classroom: primary rulers, meter sticks, tape measures, balances, thermometers, measuring spoons and cups, eyedroppers and clocks, stopwatches and timers, including sand timers. With the class, briefly review tools and measuring. Ask students, what's a tool? Students should recall that a tool is an object or device that helps us make, move, fix, or build something, do work, or compare objects. Then ask the class, what is a measuring tool? Students should also remember that a measuring tool is a tool that helps us find out the size of an object. Tell students that several measuring tools are on a display table. Some are tools that they have explored in other activities, and some are new kinds of tools. Have students who brought tools from home get them. Next, distribute kit and classroom tools to students who did not bring their own so that everyone can participate. Lead a Measurement Roundup circle time discussion and encourage students to take turns showing and describing their tools. As appropriate, ask questions such as, what's the name of your tool? What kind of measurement would we take with this tool? What are the units of measurement? Have you ever used this tool? What did you measure? How does this tool help us? What could we measure at school with this tool? Invite students who have used the tool to tell about their experiences. Some of the measuring tools may be unfamiliar to students. Guide the discussion to introduce and explore types of measurement other than length, width, height, and distance, which students have learned about in previous activities. Elicit when and how these measurements are useful in everyday life. A few examples could be thermometers, which measure how hot or cold something is in units called degrees. Clocks, timers, and stopwatches measure how long it takes to do something in units called seconds, minutes, and hours. We use cups, spoons, and pitchers to measure amounts of liquids and solids in units called teaspoons, tablespoons, cups, and quarts or liters. And scales and balances measure how much objects weigh in units called ounces and pounds or grams. Add the names of new tools and their uses to the Tools and Uses Experience Chart. Next, distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 12. Read the directions out loud and have students complete their activity sheets. Students can use the Experience Chart or tool labels from the display table as guides. Next, collect the measuring tools and make available as many of them as possible for free time exploration. Place them in an area in the classroom science center that you designate as the measuring corner. Place books about tools and measurements in the same area. include the Delta Science First readers' How Do We Learn and About Me. Encourage students to practice using the measuring tools by taking a measurement a day of their choice. Begin a Measurement Roundup bulletin board on which students can display measurement data on an ongoing basis. To conclude the activity, return the masking tape, marker, and any tools or books that are not going to be kept in the measuring corner to the kit. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science readers, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.